Hello farmers, welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. Month of June is here and it is raining. Not much to do here on the farm like in May. Just got up and kind of checked on the store, checked on the animals, make sure everything's going well. But I woke up here in June and there are a couple of items in the store that we're going to be buying here this morning. But before we do, I'm just going around checking on the fields and everything is looking well. Nothing to harvest today, so I'm hoping July we'll be able to harvest the, what we got over here? Oats. We got some oats over here. And I think that'll be, wait, did I plant wheat over here? I can't remember what I planted over here. What did I plant over here? I did plant wheat over here. All right, and then of course we got loads of canola. And we do got barley over there as well. Well, we'll see. Let's get to the store because that's the main thing that we're starting off the episode with. So the first thing that caught my eye is there is a direct drill, the Coon. The 6000 RC, 65% off for 41,527, and it plants all the crops that we currently want to plant. Requires only 270 horsepower, so our John Deere, I think, can handle that. I forgot what engine. Is that the 245? Yeah, 250 horsepower, and this requires, what? 270, so we may actually have to upgrade that engine. Well, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. Let's go ahead and, let's see, license plate none. 41,527. Let's go ahead and we'll buy that. Step one. Step two is this little thing right here. The weed spot spraying. Currently it doesn't have it on there, but we're gonna convert it on over so it does weed spot spraying. And also over here working with 18. No, we want 28 is the widest that we can go. Yeah, 28 is the widest we can go. So that brings up to 65,000, but still, it's a lot cheaper than would be brand new. Plus, we can only buy used stuff, right? So we're going to go ahead and buy that, and that brings our money down to 160,000. Now, I've been kind of looking at the Kubota. This was actually on sale yesterday. I was thinking about it because I was thinking about adding another rule to the series, meaning with implements. I think what we can do, because implements are kind of hard. Well, I mean implements for like front loaders, like pallet forks, buckets, and stuff like that. I think maybe a rule we can apply possibly is if I buy like a used telehandler, we can buy one implement for it. So either like a bucket or pallet forks. If I bought that wheel loader that was going for like 100 grand, the Volvo wheel loader, I could have bought one implement to use on that. Maybe we'll go with that approach, or I still may go ahead and lease it. Now, one thing I thought about doing here at the beginning of the series, this episode, was we had enough money, and I was actually thinking about buying the BGA, but now we're not going to be able to afford to, because we got that silage down there. It's ready to be used some way, shape, or form, and the grass field's going to be ready to be cut in July. That's for darn sure. And I was thinking, well, maybe we could buy the BGA if I don't spend the money on anything, and start bringing our silage up there. We won't get paid for putting the silage in there, but we will get digestate and methane out of it. We can start piling up that material. We can use the digestate to spray on the fields, and of course start piling up the methane to eventually bring it over to the power plant. But now that we're down to 160,000, we're bypassing that. So at $160,000, we got more equipment for the farm. I'll leave that all this stuff up at the store. No need to run up there and get it right now. So I'm going to pass the day. Oh, sun's going to come out, but it looks like it's going to rain again, which is fine. I actually have nothing to do today whatsoever. All the fields are taken care of. So, if nothing else comes up for sale in the store, I will see you in the morning of July. And we either got to cut the grass, or I prefer actually to start harvesting some fields. A trailer would be good to come up for sale in the store. That's one more thing we really could use. Well, I went to bed with nothing for sale in the store, so we wake up in the month of July. Let's see what's going on here. So that field is not ready for harvest, but the oat field is. The canola is looking good. I don't expect the wheat field to be ready because it didn't look like it was anywhere near close. Yeah, it's not even dark green yet. So we do have one field. Oh, this field up here is ready to harvest as well. Is this canola? I do believe this is canola up here. So we got a couple fields to harvest today. Plus, along with our grass field as well. In the store page, oh, there is a Forage wagon. $60,000 for a 50,000 liter Forage wagon, which is, it's not that bad, actually. Does that come with a, oh, does it come with a silage additive tank? And if we're going to be doing BGA stuff, this would not be a bad one to have on the farm. Requires 300 horsepower, so the John Deere is going to have to definitely get an upgrade in the engine. Unfortunately, though, it's only for... Yeah, this is only for foraging, so I can't put, like, grain in there. I mean, that'd bring me down to 100 grand, which is not bad. It leaves me room for a trailer. Let's think about that for a moment. Let me go ahead and tab over. And let's go ahead and we'll start harvesting the oats. Let's get the combine out. Finally get to use this wonderful piece of machinery that we bought last fall. And of course, we're going to hitch up to a New Holland header because we can. It should also be able to hitch right up to the back of this, just to pull it on out. At least I think it will. Unhitch that, spin it around. Perfect. As we already know, this does work. And let's see here. We want to enable straw swath. Thank you very much. And with this small field here, we'll be done in no time. So it looks kind of funny with the color difference. You know what? We don't have to lease any equipment any other. Look at that. Harvests very nicely. A New Holland header on a Class Tryon combine. So a trailer would be nice. I could probably sneak this into the silo right from the combine. But when I go harvest the other field, I don't think that entire field will fit into the combine. We can try. If I can get by without having to lease a trailer, we'll go ahead and try to do that. How much is straw going for today? That's a question. Because if I get that forage wagon, I can pick up the straw and just go ahead and sell it right away. Let's see, straw here, $33. 43. I mean, we are in July. It's got to be like the worst price ever. I mean, is it worth $10 per 1,000 liters? I'm not going to have that much here. Yeah, the forage wagon would be good for a few things. I think we could also use it for chaff. So if we do like a forage harvester, plant corn in the field, I think we can use that for chaff as well. And that is a big capacity. But it's something that, you know, I kind of would like one, but it's not a huge need or a want. Yeah, here we go with the needs and wants again. But it's just like one of those things. Since we can't buy any new stuff, when stuff comes up for sale in the used section, sometimes you just got to take advantage of it while it's there. Yeah, I don't know. When I say I don't know, basically I am thinking 80% sure I'm going to buy it. And in probably about 5 minutes, it'll be 100%. Actually, I'm getting more oats off this field than I thought I would. But it's good to see that there is no issues with the setup between the header and the combine. I mean, we really couldn't. I mean, we could have asked for a little bit better of a header to match the combine. But as for the way we're playing the series here, I don't think we could have asked for a better header, because the header is its own trailer as well. And it's a 45-foot header, which is more than well enough to do all the fields that we have here on Goldcrest Valley. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to harvest the entire field over by the sheep and get it all into the combine, so I'm probably going to have to lease a trailer just for a few moments. But we'll give it a try. We'll go over there, we'll harvest, and if we can get it all in the combine, that's fine, but, you know, getting more than what I expect is also better, because the more crop you have, the more you got to sell. So right now, as for crops that we harvest, everything's going into the silo. We don't actually have any production buildings to bring it to. I don't plan to do productions on this series other than possibly the BGA, which I'm going to end up buying at some point. Let's all just, you know, say that we're going to. And also the power plant. And that's probably going to be it. The spinnery, I haven't looked into it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell the wool when the best time is, which I think I've already gone past that. I'm going to assume the best time to sell it is in May. The same thing with the fabric and the clothing. And that is that field harvested. Let me just go ahead and spin around like this for a second, so we can unfold the header. And we're going to go dump this into our silo, and then head across the street and start harvesting that canola over there. No, don't put the pipe out yet. This is why I didn't want to be doing with the grain cart that was for sale a couple months ago, having to do this. Alright, while I'm waiting here, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy so we can pick up the straw. Worst comes to worst, I just fix it up, and then months down the road, just go ahead and sell it. I mean, that is a nice Forage wagon. Yeah, 60,000. Silage additive tank, yes. And that is pretty much it. Do I want to get a cover for it? How much for the cover? 5,000 for a cover. I can always get it later on. Alright, so I just bought 3 items in the store already this episode, leaving just enough money for a trailer. But hey, we almost got the basic necessities that we need on the farm. Oh yeah, I also need to upgrade the John Deere engine though. I need to look at that. That's probably going to cost probably like 40 grand. And we don't actually have any money coming in, so I got to be kind of careful about that. I mean, worst comes to worst, I could always probably put down some greenhouses and get some passive income coming in. But I'd rather not do that, because I've done that before in other series, like Silendra, where we just came from. But we'll get some money this winter when we sell some of this crop off. And I shouldn't have to worry about plowing any fields this year, because all the crop that we put in, glad I looked, all the crop I put in, none of it is going to require us to have to plow the field afterwards. That header's going to get stuck in that tree, isn't it? A little bit. An inch from there. Oh yeah, we still need a mower as well. Ooh, kind of forgot about the mower there for a second. Alright, so how good is this yield going to be off this field here? We did fertilize it. pH value is not the greatest. Crop rotation's looking pretty good. Expected yield 135%. So really good soil. Been fully fertilized. It was weeded as well. Oh yeah, can I get... I wonder if I'm going to get any straw off this field. Is that a thing on this one? No. So depending on the map, sometimes you can get a swath from canola, but not here. Which is fine. I mean, straw isn't valued that much, unless you got cows or pigs that need straw for bedding. But we have neither. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get into having cows here or not. It all depends on what comes up for sale in the store. Since we're doing cows on hinterland, yeah, cows here would just be like a, well, there's a TMR mixer, and we got the materials, let's go ahead and do it. But for now, we'll just keep on farming without cows. Of course, we already got sheep and the chickens. But as for other animals right now, not really any plans to do so. The button on my Satex side panel that activates the implements on the combine is very touchy lately. I may have to take that apart and clean up the contacts on it. Yeah, we're not going to fit the whole field into the combine. And it's going to be more than one trip back and forth. So I think we'll have to lease a trailer just for a little while. It's really too bad that Forage wagon we just got. We just can't put the canola in there and then dump it into the silo. But we're going to have lots of canola to sell. I want to double check to see what the best time to sell canola straight up is. I know the cereal grain will be in the winter months. I've done so much productions in FS22. I'm usually taking the grain right to a production building to make whatever. When is the best time to sell canola? I don't think it's going to be today. It's not going to show up here because it's not in the silo yet. Canola. That is not until later on, late fall, early winter as well. So the other thing I got to figure out now is what to do with the silage that's in the bunker down at the cow barn, because the grass is ready to be cut, and I would like to make some more silage. And now with the Forage wagon, I don't actually, I can just cut the grass into a swath. I can pick it up with the Forage wagon and put it on into a bunker to compact it again. Technically, I can use the bunkers up at the BGA, but as I said before, I really don't want to use the BGA unless I buy it. So I want to figure out what to do with the silage down at the cow barn, or just when I cut the grass, we'll go ahead and wrap it up in bales and wrap it up that way. Looks like I'll get to the end of this row. Extend the pipe out here. Let's turn this around. Okay, turn that off for a second. Let's check on the store. Nothing for sale. Trailers. All right, what do we got that I really haven't used yet? I think this is what I used last year. Brantner. We could use a Brantner. Why not? So if I lease that for $2,000, that's fine. Let's fire up the old John Deere. Let's back up to the workshop here for a second. Let's see how much it is to upgrade the engine. 40,000? So right now we got a 248 in there. And, oh wow. 121,000 upgraded to 400. 77,000 upgraded to a 345. Okay, that's a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. That kind of hurts a little bit. What did the seeder need? 270? That needs 270. And the Forage wagon, whoops. The Forage wagon that we bought requires 300 horsepower. And you're at 245. I think, or 248. That's going to struggle. $41,000 just to get up to a 300 horse. I think we'll hold off onto that just for a while. We'll see how it performs. Because sometimes you can use equipment that you don't have enough horsepower for and it works fine. So maybe I'll get lucky in that sense. Wow, those engine upgrades are expensive. And I really can't just expect another tractor to come up for sale in the store page to give us a lot of horsepower, because the price is going to be expensive anyways. I won't be able to afford it because we're at 100 grand. So we're pretty much at where we're at. Okay, I don't have any passive income. What we will have, though, at the end of the harvest season and going into winter months, we'll have a good amount of canola and we'll have some oats to sell. Even some barley. Got to keep some wheat around for the chickens, but not a whole lot. And I got to keep myself some money to lease mowing equipment. And also, if a trailer comes for sale, that'd be good too. Yeah, for a little while we were looking really good with the money. Now it's starting to be, I got to be a little bit more careful with it. We're starting to fill up the parking lot with all this stuff. So I'm trying to help myself out here by making my trips count. Oh, what? No, I was like, yeah, let's put the sprayer on the front, but I keep forgetting. No 3-point linkage on the front of the John Deere. Alright, so we'll grab the one piece that we did lease, and that we do need. Now, the reason why I went with a big trailer is because I'm planning on removing the silage out of that bunker today as well. At first I was trying to get by without getting the trailer, of course, but then I realized I got to move that silage if I want to use that bunker. Now, I really don't have a place to put that silage. I could put it in the shed that's right there, just pile it on up. I wonder if I can fit all that silage in there. Alright, so I think what we're going to do here, because I've been thinking about it as I've been harvesting this field, I think we're going to go ahead and sell the silage that's in that bunker today. The price, of course, in the middle of summer, not the greatest, but it's also not that bad either. I was looking at the stock market page, as I like to call it, what I could get for that silage at the best time and what I can get for it now. We're looking at about $31,000 if I sold it in the winter months. And today I can get like $25,000 for it. So yeah, $6,000 would be nice, but I have no place to put that silage, and I really could use a little bit more cash in the bank account. So I think we'll go ahead and sell it. Now, I haven't really tried this before, but I think it will work. We got that forage wagon. I should be able to drive into that bunker and pick up the silage with the forage wagon, so I won't have to get a bucket or a belt to pick it up. It's not going to be easy, I don't think, but we'll see how it goes. And how it goes is I'm going to get to the end of this row without filling up the combine, which is always good to get to the last bit of it. So yeah, I'm not going to need the trailer for the silage, I think. But this trailer we might keep overnight and for a couple months until we get all the harvesting done. Now we can leave the John Deere engine running because we're not leasing anything. So this field here will need some lime in it, I do believe. Yeah, the pH value is just bad. Bad, bad, bad. But we do have a spreader, so won't have to lease that. Yeah, it's getting better and better. The more stuff I buy, the less stuff that we have to lease here and there. Alright, 2 more passes with the combine. Yeah, I think this is a really good sized combine and a header for the map that we're playing on here. I think it's going to work out really well for us. So we lucked out. I think we actually got the combine like October, November. We got the header like January-ish. Just close your eyes and picture that the header and the combine match. At least it's not completely way off in color, but it is enough where it can bother some people. I should get the rest of this canola into the combine and into the trailer and into the silo, and then we'll go down with the John Deere. We'll grab the forage wagon, head on over to the silo bunker. We'll uncover that, and we'll go sell that silage. And then that way we'll have ourselves an open bunker to go ahead and cut the grass field at some point, probably next episode. That's many steps ahead. Let's get done what I need to get done, and then we'll go sell silage and make some money. Also, with harvesting the fields that we are today, our score in those 2 fields should increase quite a bit. So I think we were in the low 70s as an overall score, and our bonus was like at 7%. Maybe we'll be up to 8 or 9% bonus now. And I did notice when I was harvesting and going up past the sheep pen, kind of hard to see it, but they still got like 4 or 5 bales of grass over there. We got all those bales of hay. So that's why we're going to be making more and more silage, because I don't need anything to feed the sheep with. The sheep are more than fine. That should all fit into the Brantner. It's kind of weird that we've been here almost a full year now and not one grain trailer has been up for sale. But really, can I complain about the used sales that we've had? Been very lucky with the equipment that's come up for sale within the first year. Well, I really wasn't expecting that much canola off the field, but actually it's almost all threes. 32,335. But I do want to see what our scoring looks like. Oh, we're up to 78, and we're up to 8%. And in these fields here, this score is going to get better. That last bar there, that's because we didn't drill this field, but when I do, that'll be direct drilled. And now this field over here is a score of 98. So by the time we get done harvesting all the fields this year, I think our score will be in the upper 80s, low 90s, which means like a good 10 to 12% bonus when we sell stuff. Let's head back to the farm here, take a quick look for a train that way. That way, no train coming. So we'll be selling the silage right up here. That's the best price currently. With a John Deere at 248 horsepower, struggling just a bit to get up the hill with 33,000 liters of grain. So since at this point I really don't have the cash, if another decent sized tractor comes up for sale, I think we'll just go ahead and spend a good amount of money to upgrade the engine here, but not yet. Just in case a trailer comes up for sale or a mower, we'll upgrade it when needed. But if I upgrade it, instead of just upgrading it one at a time, because I'll pay a lot that way doing it one little step at a time, I think it'd be better just to go in full bore on it if I can. So I am kind of curious for the amount of canola I got so far. I'm not really good at remembering the prices of grain, because like I said, I've been bringing it to all factories in FS22, so I really don't know. But luckily we got this time stock market. So now we got canola, and I should get like $23,000 worth of canola. Oats, we got like $25,000 worth. And yeah, here we are with the silage. 31,500, but today we're going to get like 26.2, but we should get a bit more because this does not count our environmental score bonus, so that's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's stop talking about it. Let's drop off the trailer. I'm going to head up to the store, grab the forage wagon, and we'll start emptying out the silo bunker, I hope. I will say one thing, that forage wagon did not look that big in the store page, but then you bring up an 8030 John Deere tractor, and that's what it's like beside it. So since we do have silage additive and we have a tanker, I'm going to go ahead and put this on in here. So basically what that will do, anytime it is usable, we'll get a 5% bonus with it when we pick up material. Won't work on straw. But any like grass material that we pick up with the forage wagon, you'll add 5%. Now, what we're about to do here, this used to work. I think I did it in FS19, at least. I don't think I've done it in 22 yet. Let's just hope I don't get stuck anywhere. And let's go ahead and open this up. So yeah, someone did ask, could we not like push like all the silage to one end of the bunker and then refill it back in there? No, you can't do that because the file can only read one type of material inside the bunker. So you basically got to empty it out before you can put any more material back in. Okay, lower down the pickup. I mean, this should work. And it does. Although I got to open up the entire bunker, I think. Is there a way I can open up the entire bunker? I don't want a clear silo because that will just delete everything that's in it. Alright, so I'll just have to keep going and getting all sides until the tarp just keeps moving on back. But it'll save me having to lease a belt or anything like that. I was like, oh, why are we going so slow? Because, yeah, the Forage wagon requires a lot more horsepower than what the John Deere has. All right, this is going to be a little painful to pick up, but we'll get it. It's going to be like only about 3 full loads for sure, maybe a 4th one. Well, unfortunately right now, I'm having a hard time opening up the rest of the bunker. It could be because I got too much silage out further, so the wrapper doesn't know to unwrap further, I guess, possibly. As you see, I got little pieces here, but I can't pick up with the Forage wagon because the problem is when the John Deere gets further up here, I think the pickup is getting too far off the ground, so it won't pick up the loose material up here. So I may have to go ahead and find a different way to get the silage out of here. But we'll take the silage over to the store, we'll sell what we got, and maybe I'll try to get rid of more of it in between episodes. We'll see. I don't know. But I do got some straw to pick up and go sell. But we gotta get rid of the silage first. So I mean, it can work. Just I'm having a hard time with the wrapper coming off the bunker itself. May actually have to put more weights on the front of the John Deere. I can imagine when this gets full of material, 53,000 liters, is it? That the front end's going to get very light. Yeah, if the rest of the bunker, silage bunker, would open up, I don't think I would have a problem picking it all up. It's just a matter of got to be able to open it. So I'm not going to get a whole bunch of cash here for the silage that I do have. Yeah, just barely shy of 1,600. That was very limited silage that we brought up. Still got like 160, 150, 160,000 liters in that bunker to sell, and that was like 10,000. At least let's go get the straw off the oat field that we just harvested. And that is going right into that red barn right there. That is actually a sell point. But right now I'm just looking for ways to bring in some cash. And so far, I mean, it's struggling a little bit running the Forage wagon, but so far the John Deere isn't doing that bad. So do I need to upgrade the engine? it'd help. But I think so far we can get by with it. But then again, I haven't had a full forage wagon full of material yet. So this is one way to pick up the material on the ground. So if we keep doing what we're doing here, I won't really need a baler and a wrapper to make silage or to do the straw. We just pick it up with a forage wagon. Now the only thing it's going to be different is I wonder if I can store straw in the silo bunker. Probably not. If it didn't take silage, it's probably not going to take straw, but we can give it a go before we try selling it. I could always put down a multi-fruit silo myself and store this material and then sell it when the price is good. But I think we will probably go with just what's here. So basically the only time I would really need a baler is when I need to make some bales for the sheep and put that into storage. Not going to be a full trailer of straw, but I'll get a good idea if the John Deere can still handle it. It runs it fine. And this said it needed, what, 300 horsepower to run, roughly? And we're at 248. I think where I may actually need to upgrade is when I go use a seed drill, which says that only needs like 260 or 270. And my guess is that's going to put more strain on this John Deere than this forage wagon is. Alright, so we are going to get a full trailer, and it's running just fine the way it is. I left a trailer there. Well, what I can do is possibly back up there to see if it'll take it. I don't expect it to. But then again, I've been surprised a few times about things. Yeah, so it doesn't accept straw either, but that is not much of a surprise. This should be, I thought this, there we go. It's like, I know this is a sell point, but is this where I want to bring the straw? I mean, I don't think the price could be that much difference. 32 and 26. Well, it's better at the other sell point, so let's just go there. Not by a whole lot, but it's only right across the road down here. Now, I'm just trying to think of an easier way to open up the silage bunker. I wonder if there is a mod out there for a shovel. I wonder if I could use a shovel to open it up. Sorry, car. Okay, I'm not that sorry, but sorry nonetheless. And look at that money pour in from the straw. A couple $1,000 here and there. Not even a couple thousand for a full trailer load. I was hoping to get up to 100 grand, but yeah, we'll finish cleaning up this field here. And then we'll leave the rest of July for next episode, which is cutting that grass and and hopefully picking up with this forage wagon and putting it into the bunker after I sell the rest of that silage somehow. Because usually with a bucket, you'll open it as you go. But since I'm using a trailer, I think the game may be trying to figure out otherwise what to do there. Yes, I'm not too sure. Like I did say, I know there's like a shovel mod. I wonder if I could just, get ourselves a shovel and then that will kind of work like a bucket kind of a thing. Yeah, we definitely don't want to clear silo because I'll empty out the silo completely. But we do have 156,000 liters still to go. Nothing for sale. Yeah, I'll definitely have to figure it out. But yeah, definitely got to go ahead and mow the grass again. As for mowers, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll try Massey. Oh, no, what's this? It's 150 horsepower on the Massey. And I don't think the Massey at 150 horse can handle 120. I don't know if it can handle doing all this. And does this put it into a swath? I don't think so. That does not. I'd have to go with something more like this, which requires 160. So that alone is going to chew up all the horsepower on the Massey Ferguson, and then an additional 70 for the front mower. So I may have to go ahead and use something like the Tornado again, and then either windrow or just go around and pick it up little by little. But one problem at a time. I got to get the silage out first before we can bring that grass over and do the same thing. And but at least when we sell the silage, we'll bring some cash in, and maybe I'll be able to do something with the money that could help us out further along. But things to figure out in between episodes. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.